Mahabharat friend.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, we have more.
We have more, see. Eat this one. Meet me. We have HCl in here. Always have deworming tablets after every 6 months.
Welcome to Renee's
Channel.
YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, share.
Yeah, and comment as well. But even though I'm not that active, I'll be active from next week, I guess. Hello everyone, I'm just gonna make it quick. It's just a quick story time. It was during my internal exams, so just out of nowhere, my friend called me and said there is someone from Arunachal, like an MLA, a politician. He is organizing an event in which he is trying to give a good dinner to all the Arunachali students of Shillong. And I was like, yeah, okay. After that we went. I didn't even know like if it was going to be in like a good event, so I just went in my tracks, like very unfresh. I was actually sleeping at the time when she called. Her calling me was the reason I woke up at that time. It was around 6 or 5:30, 5:40, something like that. So yeah, we went there, and when we first entered, it looked so pretty. Ground floor wasn't that good, but like the floors above that, it was really pretty. So I was like, oh my god, I look so unfresh. I just woke up and just came directly to eat the food. And now I feel embarrassed because what if people there are like very formally dressed or like put an effort to come there, and I'm just like there. So after that, we just sat there and we were waiting for the uncle to come and feed us. And later on, this uncle's sister and also her manager or something came to us and was like, okay, you guys might be wondering why we call you students here. It's actually because the MLA or that person uncle just came to visit Shillong, and while visiting Shillong, his children, his son or daughter called him and was like, I'm in here and I miss my people, blah 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 blah. I think they were studying in Bangalore. And after hearing that, the uncle was like, okay, maybe people from Shillong are also feeling like that. Since he isn't in Bangalore, he cannot meet his child, he can just like give a treat to us, like since we are also someone's kid. Maybe we are also missing, you know, the people from Arunachal and stuff. So he felt like that maybe he should treat us since he cannot treat his son and daughter, and so he just wanted to treat us out of like paternal love. And after hearing that, we were like, oh my god, so sweet of him, like uncle and like the sisters and all. We were waiting for the food and that uncle came and he was like socializing with everyone. And you know, like how politicians are, like everybody in like the political group or like any social group, they're like so good at communication. Like even if their vocabulary or grammar is not that good, like their confidence, their, I don't know, boldness, like it's very high. So he was talking to everyone, like making jokes and stuff, like in Hindi. We were just like sitting there, and then he asked us to introduce ourselves like one by one, and we were like introducing and all. And then after that, when we were sitting for the food, the uncle just came directly to me, and he was like patting my head and was like, kiska bacha hai, like can you tell me your parents' name? And I was like, you won't know him, he is not a political person, my dad is not in politics, like literally. I told him like, you won't know my father. First of all, he is not from your tribe. For those of you guys who don't know, like we Arunachalis have a lot of tribes, like more than 20. So you won't know him, like he's from a different tribe and he's from a different place as well. And he was like, try it. And I just said, and if I knew that he would know my dad, I would have like said a random person's name. But I was so confident that he won't know my dad, so I just said like my dad's name, and he was like, I know him, he's my classmate, blah 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 blah. He started saying, and all of a sudden I was like, he's just blabbering, he might know him from somewhere else. But like then he started saying that school he went to, Vikivi and Donipolo and stuff. Like I was like, oh my god, he knows him. And he said, I know him very well, he's a really nice guy and a good human being. And I felt so good, but it's not my first time hearing that. And he was also like, Sakuchi was kind of a nerd at that time. Back then, he always used to read books. I just want to catch up with him. It's been such a long time since I last saw him. I was like, my dad, he's like an introvert. He's the actual definition of introvert. There are some people who are an introvert because they don't have the confidence to socialize. They don't have the ability to talk in like big groups. But my dad is not like that, okay? He can socialize, he can talk really well, like he can give speech and debate really well. But the reason he doesn't talk to people is because he doesn't want to. That's the thing. Some people are not introvert by choice. He is introvert by choice. So as a kid, he used to tell us that to never give his number to anyone. Yeah, that's what he used to say, like, don't give my number to anyone unless it's like really important. Therefore, even he never used to come in my parents' teacher meeting because I never memorized his number, because I know he wouldn't pick up the call. He doesn't like to pick up a call from unknown numbers. Also, the uncle was drunk. He was getting more drunk. At first, he was like a bit fresh. Even at the time, he was a bit tipsy. But then later on, he was getting more drunk. Tell me, it will look awkward, right? Like if my daughter calls me at around like 8:30, and instead of her on the phone, there's a drunk old guy calling, talking from her phone, like talking from her number, claiming to be your friend. And you guys might be wondering why I didn't go, like क्यों नहीं भागा उस समय. In my brain I was like, इतना दूर तक आया खाने के लिए, अभी नहीं भाग सकता last moment में. इसके बाद while we were eating, he was like, come sit in a different place. अंकल बहुत प्यारा था. वो हम लोग को बहुत सारे इंसान लोग बैठा हुआ था, मैं लड़का वर्का लोग भी था, तो हमको खाने में थोड़ा अजीब भी लग रहा था. तो उधर से हटा के हम लोग को एक अलग रूम में रख दिया. हाँ, कॉमन रूम ही था वो भी, पर उधर में इंसान नहीं था, स्टूडेंट्स नहीं था, बस हम और मेरी दोस्त थी. तो हम लोग उधर में खाने लगे, मजे से भर के पेट खाने लगे. अंकल वाज लाइक, कुछ और चाहिए तो बोलना. हाँ, बहुत प्यारा लगा अंकल को. सॉरी अंकल, आई एम सो सॉरी. तो इसके बाद एंड ही वाज लाइक, लेट्स वीडियो कॉल योर डैड. एंड आई वाज लाइक, ब्रो ये तो पूरा बढ़ते जा रहा है. लाइक हिज डिमांड्स वर इंक्रीजिंग. माय फ्रेंड वाज लाइक, what do you mean? I'm eating something. And the uncle is drunk and you want me to video call my dad? Like, and देखो पापा मैं एक ब्यूटी अंकल के साथ खाना खा रहा हूँ. Even though that uncle was like I'm not like insulting that uncle or like कुछ भी उसके character में नहीं बोल रहा है, but like it was so funny. And I just texted my dad quickly, पापा आपको यहाँ में कोई इंसान जानते हैं बोल रहा है, like. And I asked uncle his name, like he was like, my name is this, your father will remember me, we were like chandi buddies. And I texted my dad and was like, papa यहाँ में I'm in a gathering right now, there's an uncle from Arunachal, he's feeding all the Arunachali students in Shillong just because he wanted to. And my dad was like, oh, what's his name? And I asked the uncle first and then wrote his name just to be clear, just to be specific. And I wrote his name is blah, blah, blah. And my dad was like, I don't know him. And I was like, कैसे आप नहीं जान सकते, आपका चड्डी बड्डी बोल रहे बोल के. And then after that my dad was like, he might know me but I don't know him, there's a lot of people that I don't remember. I can recognize them by their face but I don't remember their names, especially if it's from a different type, because the tribe names is like it's very confusing and it's from his college days only. So I was like, okay. And then my father was like, maybe he knows me, like इतना closely नहीं जानता होगा बोल के. And I was like, no, he knows you, like बहुत करीब से जानता है. He told me a lot of stuff, like uncle अपना experience बताया मेरे पापा कैसा. He's telling me like both of your memories, like in your school days and even in like your higher studies. कि आप लोग स्कूल में कितना अच्छा चड्डी बड्डी था, आपको कैसे करके छेड़ता था, क्या क्या चीज़ के बारे में छेड़ता था. My dad was like, ये तो सुनने में बहुत करीब वाला दोस्त लग रहा है पर हमको क्यों याद नहीं आ रहा है. तो पापा जो बोला, पता नहीं, हमको नहीं पता, गलती से भी कॉल मत करो हमको बोल के. So my dad he was asking for your number and like asking me to call you, but then I said like you are asleep. And then my papa was like, good girl, like ऐसे ही होना है. Okay, you know me well. क्योंकि if you called me and that uncle talked to me and I didn't recognize him, it would have been awkward, like really awkward. And दोस्त को भी बुरा लगता है, आपका जो अंकल आप लोग को ट्रीट दे रहा है उन लोग उसको बहुत खराब बुरा लगता है कि उसको याद नहीं है बोल के. And I was like, yeah, I didn't talk to anyone, like किसी से बात नहीं किया मैंने उधर वो अंकल को छोड़ के. So and he was there at the entry zone, so I was like, how do I go out from there without him knowing that I'm like trying to run away. And you know what I did was like I went to the balcony and I just sat there for a while. अंकल किसी से बात कर रहा था, अंकल को दूसरा बच्चा लोग भी मिल गया था तो वो बच्चे लोगों के साथ बात कर रहा था. तो I just sat in the balcony there until he went inside for a while to talk to his wife. तो आंटी को बात करने के लिए थोड़ा अंदर गए जाते. Me and my friend just like ran. I felt really bad because that uncle was so nice, but then at the same time I have to like go to my hostel as well because my hostel has a curfew, so I have to go there before that. And also that uncle was like trying to like call my dad and stuff, and my dad was like, don't make him call me, I don't know him, I don't recognize him, it will be awkward for me. So it was a very confusing state for me. After reaching my hostel, I texted my dad and my dad was like, तुम फ्री का खाना के लिए क्या क्या कर रहा है. Like I was like, अरे कुछ नहीं किया ना. That was it. And after that I learned a lesson. There's always the possibility for an exception. Yep, that was it. Okay, continue the vlog.
Here to discuss something with you.
The CM Parai. For what purpose did you come here? That too dressed so shabbily, without ground or no insurance?
A king is always a king, with or without his throne. Besides, I like traveling